You know, there was a time, we go back a long way, there was a time when we used to discuss Indian markets being exported. You know, that was, in fact, the regulator also, I remember, used to be concerned that there was this whole idea of the Indian financial markets going overseas. How do we bring it back here? And today, the Indian markets are actually one of the most vibrant in the whole world. And we are talking about GIFT City becoming an integral part of bringing the global financial system to India. Tell us your initial thoughts and what do you see as GIFT City and how it sort of holds the hope for the future.
Good afternoon and thank you, Saurav. GIFT City is a very unique concept in its own way, but it's also in some ways very similar to other concepts. So broadly speaking, the way I look at it is how Hong Kong supported China's growth from 1979 onwards till literally this year, so almost 43 years, by raising funds from outsiders for China's growth in terms of its industrialization, its infrastructure development, and so on and so forth. The GIFT City can play the same role in terms of raising funds for next 30, 40 years for India's growth. And of course, for its infrastructure development, for its sustainable development, for the municipalities, for the state governments, for the central government, and of course, for its corporates. So that's broadly the framework. On top of that, there is a layer of providing skilled services to rest of the world. The way India ended up providing the IT services and BPO services to the rest of the world, and India has become pretty much a capital of services in the world. It can literally, using the GIFT City as a place, provide financial services to the rest of the world, where a lot of Indians are now becoming highly educated, very numerically in terms of people of Indian origin usually have a good grasp over arithmetic. And those are the kind of skills which can, sitting here by having lower cost of manpower, we can provide similar services to the rest of the world. And of course, there is a layer of IT which can also be used to leverage the services on both sides. On top of that, providing the transaction processing for Indian assets as well as the world assets. For me, GIFT City, I have been associated from 2013 onwards, and we run the largest exchange here. So for me, we do provide transactions in GIFT Nifty, which used to be known as SGX Nifty earlier, and today we trade 22 hours a day from here. We start trading at around 4:30 in the morning, and next day 2 o'clock we close it. So effectively, before Japan starts, we start trading here, and after California sleeps, we sleep. So effectively, we cover the entire world. So not only the Indian origin companies can list here, or Indian bonds can list here, which almost $80–85 billion of bonds have already listed without none of us knowing. But companies which are not of Indian origin, which are being invested from, say, Gulf or US, can also start trading here, because it is now becoming very difficult in terms of the cost and the compliances to list in Western countries and also to remain listed. While this is a highly regulated jurisdiction in GIFT City, and still it's extreme low cost jurisdiction, which is available literally 24/7. So whatever number of hours you can trade in US or Europe or Japan, you can trade here, but at a fraction of a cost of listing annually and fraction of a cost of trading. So that's where I think we are going to provide in GIFT City complete end-to-end services to whoever wants to have manpower or transaction processing. Just to give you a perspective, we started trading in the GIFT Nifty around last July, and now on a good day we would trade around $25 billion of Nifty trade alone, and an open interest is now sometimes around $13–15 billion. So that's the kind of sort of volumes that have already been built.
Where do you see these volumes going? I mean, I know you are you're an exchange. You don't want to predict where it will go, but given the fact that it's already a good beginning and it's just August, like you said, and we are just in March now. Where do you see this Gift Nifty initiative moving? And the second point which I wanted to ask is, Indian companies, using Gift City to access finance is one part of it. What about global companies, like you said? How soon do you see that happening now that the first few really booster doses of Gift City have been made?
In a way, it's still in early stage. The basic products are available, but we also want to go with index futures and index options for even corporate bonds, corporate bond index futures, corporate bond index options, so that when the yield curve is prepared or any Indian bonds go into the global bond indexes, we have actually a base on which you can trade on in a free sort of flowing market. Broadly, they would trade otherwise on a over-the-counter market. Here, you would be doing trading on exchange markets. And so, similarly, foreign currency trading today, of course, US dollar, Indian rupees trade here. We want to go into more pairs and as many products as possible, including electricity or carbon trading and so on and so forth. So we want to kind of expand the products that are available, and that would also help the Indian companies which are creating carbon credit to also come here and sort of transact with the rest of the world of the carbon credit they produce, and so on and so forth. So we have hopes that somewhere all these markets will also start trading at Gift City going forward. And it's still early days, but the regulations are being really built quickly. Institutions that are required,
Also tax breaks.
No, tax breaks were always there, but the institutions that need to be there, from NBFCs to banks to AIFs to mutual funds, everyone is now coming in here. And so once that base of institutions is built, then the instruments that they require to trade on will basically are being demanded. Some of the new announcements which Honorable Finance Minister had made about providing overseas derivatives instruments here, and similarly direct listing of companies of Indian origin here, as well as, of course, as you rightly said, when the non-Indian company will get listed. And so those are the documents, or those are the policies being just now made or being announced as we talk.